Okay, this is going to be part 3 of this center console series, and this has all got to do with painting. So before we get onto the painting thing, I should just address it. Some people might have thought that this USB port hole, I could have probably put it here. There was no point in putting that there. I could have put it easily there, but you can't put it there simply because this is where the rear hatch button goes, and when you put it in here, see how far it goes down? It goes way past. So that's the reason why I couldn't put it there, and I had to make a box up. So alright, let's get back onto this painting side of things. Alright, what you can see here right now is I've finished all the fiberglassing. I've actually just laid on 2 coats of primer. Going to need more than that, and going to need another 3, but the reason why I put 2 coats of primer on it, then I put a guide coat on it, then I wet rubbed it with 400, and the reason why I did that, you just take out all your scratch marks, obviously that's why you prime it, but it'll settle then, it'll stop it from sinking back. So when you put on the next coat of primer, which I'll put 3 coats on, I'll just rub it back with 600 and 800, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it in a metallic colour, which I'll show you later on what I'm going to do there. It won't be flat black, it'll be a metallic colour, so we'll leave that till later on to tell you all about that. But before I prime this, I've just got to do a few things which I'll show you, because there's nothing worse than having something that looks great until close inspection and you see all these impurities everywhere and just little things that should have been fixed up with another hour or 2 of work. And what I want to show you is right here. You can see they're pinholes from the fiberglass. They're everywhere. You can see it all there. See some of it there. There's one decent one right over here. There's some there you can see, and there's a few other pieces where I put this box in. I want to fill all these holes in now. Just got a little bit down across here I've got to fill too, across here, but besides that, that'll be it. So I'll fill all those holes in, and what I'm going to use is, I haven't used this stuff before, but obviously the paint shop recommended it and they said it's the Ants Pants Dolphin Glaze by U-Pol, is it U-Pol, something like that. But anyway, feels really, feels more like a resin, but anyway, they recommended it, so I'll put it in and wipe it all in. You just wipe it in with a spatula, so you'll grab a bit and you'll wipe it in, fill all the holes, and then I'll give it a quick rub down again when it's fully dried, which shouldn't take too long, and then I'll give it a coat of primer again. Alright, I'll see you then. Okay, as you can see, I've now finished painting this console piece, and I've done it in the same colour as the car, clear over the top of it, and as you can see, it's turned out quite nicely. Pretty happy with that. All these, right, look at that. You can just see the metallic through the satin, so it does its job. But I'm going to go a little bit further, because even though I like this, that part really, in particularly, that turned out really good, that part. So did that piece there. If I just put this back on the ground, you will see, for example, right here, there's a little bit of shit, bit of dust in the paint. Right here, a bit of dust in the paint, a bit of dust over here. So what I'm going to do now, especially for that little bit of shit there, is sand it out using a 1500 grit sandpaper, but I won't be using my finger. You need to use a block, so I like to use this. It's a door stopper, believe it or not. You know, one you put on the back of a door that closes to stop it from hitting the wall. It's perfect. It's nice and soft and rubbery. It's got flat edges, round corners if you need it, easy to hold, and I'll put the sandpaper on that, and I will block that back until it's flat. And then all the other little bits of shit, like I said, some up there and there, I'll do the same with that. And then I'll go around the whole thing with micro fine sandpaper, and then I'll get the buff out, the one on the drill, this one here, just on the drill. You can't use a normal buff because it's too big, so I've got to use a little one. I'll just use that and I'll buff it up. It puts a slight gloss on it, but it doesn't hide the fact that the green has a satin look underneath it, so it actually looks better, I believe, with just a little bit of a shine on it. So anyway, I'll polish it up, get rid of all that stuff like that, and you can probably see a few wavy marks, even though this is laid down really nice and flat. You can just sort of notice it when I put the camera on it. That'll be nice and shiny when I finish and flat. Alright, don't worry about the inside here, I've got plans for that. Alright, get stuck into it, see ya. Okay, I've denibbed all those little bits out and I've sanded it all back with ultra fine sandpaper, and as you can see, it's all nice and flat. The paint, that is. I'll go and buff it up now, and it'll look beautiful when I finish. Okay. I've got this part, and what I'm going to do right now is I want to put this switch in right here. You can see I've marked it right here. The idea of putting sticky tape around this is that when I drill it, I don't want to chip the paint or anything like that, so by putting some sticky tape around the area that I'm going to drill will assist in stopping that from happening. So that's the spot I'm going to drill right there. That's the toggle switch. The toggle switch is for the aerial, so I can turn the aerial off manually and put it on auto if I want to. So if I want it to go up when I turn the stereo on, I'll just flick it up and it'll go up all the time and go down all the time. If I don't want the aerial to go up at all, I'll just flick it to that position, and when I turn the stereo on, the aerial will not go up, because these days we don't really use the radio that often, so there's no point in having the aerial up. So you know, we usually Bluetooth stuff from our mobile phones, so I want to put that in so you know I don't wear out the aerial in the long run. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a piece of wood, put it underneath. I'm going to hold it right there, and then I'm just going to drill through with this piece right here. So just drill straight through. So there you go. The hole is drilled. I'll peel this off. Just be particularly careful when you ever peeling sticky tape off on paint that's, you know, fresh. This is a couple of days old now, this paint, but still got to be just a little bit careful. And there you go. There's the hole. It won't exactly be the right depth. I'm just going to have to now just get my file. I'm just going to file out the inside area here and there we have it. The switch is in. It's not quite aligned at the moment. I'll align that later, but that's it. The switch is in. This other hole, which I've explained to you before, is for the USB port. So that's going to go in there nicely like that. Okay, that's a wrap. See ya. Okay, after many days, you could say weeks, hours, blood, sweat and tears, this is the finished product. All finished, as in it's polished, everything done. All we're going to do is put it back in the car. But I think it's come up rather spectacular myself. Finally got some use of that space there. Now put the mobile phone in there and obviously charge it up as well. But that's the finished product. Looks really good. I'm really pleased, quite proud of it actually. Look at those lines, the shine on it. Even that piece there, that USB port that I chopped that all out and put that in there. Another button there for the aerial so I can control it. But yeah, I think it's come up pretty good. The colour is the same as the colour of the car. I've just tricked it a little bit, it looks a bit deeper. No, it looks really good. Anyway, next time you see it, I'll be putting it back in the car. It'll be complete, ready to take for a drive. Alright, I hope you all like it, because I love it. Cheers, thanks for watching.